So in this video, I am going to illustrate the installation of Cisco NSO free trial version. What I have done is I have tried to put it on Ubuntu first, and obviously looking at the requirements, it needs latest Python, latest Java, and GNU library. So what I found was if you download and install Ubuntu, which is a Windows-like Ubuntu, it has all the latest stuff. So I'm going to install the Ubuntu first, and then I'm going to download the Cisco NSO, which is an orchestration tool for services and automation, and I am going to illustrate that. I went through all the documentation. There are some glitches, so I'm just going to document the steps to get the Cisco NSO up and running on Ubuntu. So as soon as this guy comes up, we'll get on with the Cisco NSO installation. So when you go install the Ubuntu, you need to do all the updates, and then on the Cisco's website, you will have to download the one that will work. This is a Docker image, and this is the ARM64. Since I've got 8664 Linux, this is also Docker's. You got to read carefully. This is for the Macs. Darwin is for the Macs, and down there, Cisco Services Orchestrator Linux installer, and this is the free Linux. This is the one that you want. This is the trial version. So you download this guy. And once it's downloaded, we'll get onto the setup. So this is now downloaded. Let's go to the directory that it's downloaded in, and it should be in the download directory on the user. If you open it up, it should be right here. So let's go and open up the terminal. And the terminal is called console on Ubuntu. You go here, and this is the notepad. It's called console. This guy right here. And you can pin it on the task manager, and there it is. So now let's install NSO. So here's our existing directory, and if we do ls downloads, we can see that we have the free trial from Cisco. It's called the NCS, but it's renamed as NSO, Network Services Orchestrator. Let's go to the download directory, and then we got to follow these steps as it is. This is how I did it. So let's see, we need to decompress this by doing sh, and I did copy and paste, copy, paste, and let it decompress. So once it's got decompressed, you got some files here, and one of them would be an installation file that would be in the directory. And I have accidentally downloaded a NED, So we're gonna have to go back and download the installer. This is not the installer. This is the NED. So let's go back and download the right image. Okay, it looks like this is the one. So download it. It's downloading now. So the last one we downloaded was an iOS, which is a NED. And this is not a NED, this is the actual installer. It's very difficult to read. Be careful here. So let's try this again. I've removed the old files because we got the wrong image, the wrong file. So now I think we've got the right one. So we do sh, and then we do copy paste. Again, the reason for me to use Ubuntu is because it's got all the latest Python and GNU and Java versions. Okay, let it unpack. Okay, let's see if we got the installer now. So there's got to be a file that says the installer, which is right here. So now we're going to have to do sh on that. Copy, paste. No installer directory given, so we have to give, we're doing a local install. There are two types, system and local, so we're doing a temporary local install. And the directory to install is NSO, let's say 6, whatever you want to give. And give it a few. The installation is pretty straightforward. But the network simulator, which is called the NetSim, that's a little tricky to get it started. Let's see if we are lucky to get it started. So now that the NSO is installed, the next step is to source it. So now let's go here to the main directory, which is OMS. Now you got to give this command here. And command is source it from your home directory where the NSO is installed, and this is the NCSR, NCS RC. Should really pick it up. I don't know why it's not picking it up. Source home NSO NCSRC. Okay. Let's try that one more time. NSO6, LS NSO6, got everything in it. And so we have to source it from NSO NC SRC. Apparently it's not picking up. So let's see what's going on. So I've downloaded it one more time. Let's see what happens now. NSO 6.3 free trial linux.x86.signed.bin. Okay. Free trial dot linux dot 86/_64. You just have to keep trying. Okay, let's try this one more time to get the installer going. NSO installer bin. Nice. 6.3.linux .x86 64 .installer.bin. I'm doing a local install in a directory called NSO 6.3. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back and remove the old directory that we had, NSO6. Remove NSO6, recursive force. Now we got 6.3, LSNSO6.3. And does it have the file that we're looking for? Doesn't look like it does. Source. Oh, it's not working. Let's try it without the dash. Okay. So this dash was the problem right here, or the backslash. So now you got to do this command, make sure that this is done. Next step is to set up the instance, and NCS setup destination is home NSO 1. That's the instance that you're going to be running. So let's just call it NSO instance 1. All right. Now let's go and work on. Let's go to the NSO directory. and see if NCS starts. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to troubleshoot this guy. Oh, we have to be in the CD home NSO 63. NSO 63 NCS. NCS would not start. I think we need to go into the NSO instance and then do NCS. And that's when it's going to start. Yep. So it successfully started, so let's stop it because we need to do the NetSim. All right, so it's stopped. Now we need to get the NetSim get started. So the NetSim is network simulator. So now we need to go to this directory. CD NSO instance 1 packages, and then we need to do NCS NetSim create network Cisco iOS, and this is the net that's downloaded with the free trial, Cisco iOS. Let's just make sure that it is ls home s/nso instance packages. I think it's downloaded NSO63 packages. NEDs, there it is, 3.8. So let's use that. And the command for that is NCS NetSim we are in that thing that's in create network Cisco iOS CLI 3.8. We're gonna go, let's say 5 routers. I'm gonna call them R's. 5 routers. Let's just call them RTRs. 5 routers. It created 5 routers. And then we go NCS NetSim start. it should tell us that it's starting the simulation. There it is. Taking a bit. Okay, coming along. All right, so now that the simulated routers are started, we need to do one more step. We need to do NCS setup NetSim directory dot / NetSim destination space dot. Right, this is not found. That means we need to apt sudo apt install xsltproc and then rerun that command. All right, let's run this command one more time, and that's it. Now let's go to and start the NCS. It'll take a couple of minutes this time. All right, so NCS has started. And now let's get into, I think there's a command that says status. All right, it's up and running. And then to get into the CLI, we do NCS CLI connect user admin. And we're in. So now from here you can say show device list. You got these devices that you simulated, router 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you got to do is there's a bunch of commands. So basically the orchestrator can configure routers together, enable services and what have you, but you got the cumbersome setup is something that you got to go and do if you want to do it local on your laptop. If you want to do it online, the URL for that is developer.cisco.com, and then if you search for NSO Playground, it will show you that same setup already done for you, and you can start playing with it. But I am going to make some more videos on how to enable services on this NSO. So for example, now if I want to go and if I want to configure, so I think we gotta do device sync first, and then after that all trues. Nice. I'm going to create a template. So there's two things I think I've learned so far on this NSO is that you can device, make it a group and make it a template. So if you want to configure and push the configuration across the routers, you got to create a template. So the way to do that is devices template, name of the template. Let's just say loop back ned Cisco CLI 3.8, enter config interface loopback 1, and then you say, okay, I'm going to put a description on this interface to be testing 1 2 3. All right, and then you do commit, and then you do device, and you go to the top, you say device, devices, and then you say, let's just say you want to do it on R0 and R1 only. Say RT0, or let's just say RT0 and RT1. RT0, comma RT1, RTR, RTR0, comma RTR1, and then apply a template right here. Apply template, loop back, template name, loop back. Enter. List instance does not exist. Loop back. Okay, device, let's just say if I want to do device. I think this is the way to do it. RTR0, RTR1. Okay, let's make a group, device group RTR0R1. Device name RT0, RTR0, RTR1, commit. Top, device group R0, R1, apply template, template name, loop back, commit. All right, let's also, and that's it. The loop back should be applied. All right. So now let's check out the configuration. Show, let's go to show device, show configuration, device RTR0. Device, show configuration, devices, device, group, device, configuration, what is it, devices, show configuration, running, devices, device group, device group. No, I forgot the command to see the configuration. Show device, show running, show configuration. I always forget this command. Show device. So show configuration all, full configuration of all the devices. Loopback 1 description. Which device is this? Loopback 1 testing. So I wanted to see if I device router 2 shouldn't have it. Router 2 doesn't have it. Loopback 0 and 1. We have pylons 0 and 1. But if I want to see on just one device, why is it device config interface loopback so router 2 has loopback 0, no 1. Router 1 has loopback 0 and 1. Router 0 has loopback 1 and router 1 has loopback 1. But router 2 and 3 doesn't. So that template did work. But there was a way to see how cumbersome this configuration is. It's very, very unable, something that you can't really remember unless you're really doing just this. But idea being, you can apply configuration to group of devices, and I'm going to work on enabling a service like MPLS via or a VRF service and see how that looks like, and post it on the video. Hope this helps.